What's up, what's good everyone? In this video I will be drawing a Bug's Life art for this week's theme of flashback movie appreciation. Cause after all, Bug's Life came out in 1998, which was 20 years ago. Right up front, gotta say, if you haven't seen Bug's Life, I highly recommend you do because it was a great movie. And if you have seen A Bug's Life, then let me know in the comments what your favorite part was, if you liked the movie, if you didn't like the movie, and who your favorite character is. There might be minor spoilers in this video, not quite sure yet. When I watched Greatest Showman last year, I thought that it was super cool that Bug's Life actually had PT in their movie, and then Greatest Showman was all about P.T. Barnum. I just thought that was really cool. So I definitely wanted to do some kind of Greatest Showman and Bug's Life crossover for this art piece. And I ended up wanting to do like a poster revision. So using Bug's Life characters instead of Greatest Showman characters. And if you haven't seen Greatest Showman, again, I highly recommend that you do. And there will definitely be spoilers for that movie in a second here. Looking at the Greatest Showman poster, I was trying to replace all the different characters with Bug's Life characters, and I knew that I wanted Flick to be replacing PT, even though he isn't the flea, of course. Flick is the main character of Bug's Life, and PT is the main character of Greatest Showman. And this is a poster revision, so I was kind of thinking of it being an alternate Bug's Life poster. And since PT the flea is not the main character of Bug's Life, then sorry, Flea PT, you do not get to be the center of attention. I also thought that it kind of fits since both PT and Flick are the outcasts. They usually think outside the box. They're really inventive with their ideas, if you see where I'm going with this. I established that I wanted Flick to be PT, which made Charity a default to Princess Ada. I mean, come on. Then I was looking at Zendaya and Zac Efron in the top left corner, and I was trying to think which characters of Bug's Life could replace them. I decided to go with Gypsy and Manny because they were the only other couple that I could think of, and Gypsy can fly. So I thought that that would look really cool in the corner. A couple swirling around, flying in the sky, Gypsy and Manny. The biggest problem was who was gonna be Jenny. In The Greatest Showman, Jenny really fancied PT, and there wasn't anyone else in Bug's Life that really fancied Flick. I mean, Princess Ada barely even fancied Flick. So I almost went with Rosie the spider, but I really wanted the storylines to kind of mesh, right? So I was trying to think of what other female characters were in Bug's Life, and I don't know what triggered it, but I thought of the bird. And it does fit with the storyline in the sense that the bird did fancy Flick. She fancied to eat him, so it worked out. And I also was able to use the bird's feathers or wings or whatever to look kind of dressed like. This week I also posted 5 other videos of art for flashback movies to be appreciated, so if you guys want to go see those videos, the link will be in the card or in the description box below for you guys to check out. I did Shrek, Robots, Meet the Robinsons, Megamind, and Atlantis. I drew Flick's face on this side, and I was planning on flipping it later because my reference picture was facing that way, and it's really hard for me to try and draw things backwards, so I just drew it the way of the reference picture and flipped it later to make things easier for me. For Addie here, I noticed that she had a lot of similar shapes to Flick, so I ended up just copying Flick and doing some minor alterations so that it would look like Princess Ada instead. Obviously, the color will help a lot too once we get to that part. Time to outline. This I debated on for a really long time. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a color outline, a black outline, or no outline at all. And I ended up going with kind of a mixture of black and colored outline. When I looked at some circus posters from The Greatest Showman and from Bugs Life, I noticed that a lot of them had a very cut out feel to them, like cut out characters posted onto a background of some kind. I wanted to kind of incorporate that into this. That's why I decided to go with a black outline just on the outside and then darker colored outlines on the inside. So it was still really colorful, but it still had a separation feel to it where each character was really separate from the piece itself. I also thought it was kind of cool and different, so I went with it. I think Gypsy and Manny took the longest to sketch and the longest to draw, specifically because of Gypsy's wings have so much freaking detail. It's even harder because her wings are a different pattern on the outside than they are on the inside. I had to use so many reference pictures for these two, for the wings, for the angles of their faces and their bodies and their feet, and so many reference pictures. It kind of drove me nuts how many different ones I had to go through to try and get this the way I wanted it to look, but I think it turned out really good, so I'd say it was worth it. Towards the end here, because of all of the wing detail, all your fault, Gypsy, I started running out of layers. You know me, loving the layers. I could not bring myself to flatten any of these groups, so I decided to save the entire thing as a PNG. So I got rid of the background so that it would be a PNG. In case you didn't see my Kita video, here's the quick difference of a PNG and a JPEG. One is see-through and one is not. Now that I have a PNG, I made a new canvas for Procreate, put the PNG picture on so that I could make as many layers as I wanted for the background. I contemplated a lot about what I wanted the background to look like. I was thinking about doing either the tree or maybe something inside their anthill, but I thought it would take too long to get all that detail and be way too distracting. So I ended up going with my mom's suggestion, which was to just make it kind of a blue night sky kind of thing with a moonlight on flick. So taking that concept, I just played around with a bunch of different textures and blues and starry things, and I can't really explain it. Blurred some things, unblurred some things, smudged some things, and that's how I got that. For the title, because I did want to put a title on this to really bring home the crossover that I was going for, I used an app called Fonto, and no, this is not a sponsor. I've been using Fonto for quite a few years now. I really, really like it because there are so many font choices, and I can tilt it and curve it, which is just like, oh my gosh, curving is so helpful. And that's how I got this title. And that is pretty much it for this video. That wraps it all up. Here's the final product. If you guys have any requests of art that you would like me to do, whether it's a movie or a TV show or anything at all, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button. If you liked my art, definitely go check out my DeviantArt so you can see other pieces that I post not on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!